My name is Aiden Byrne. I currently live in Framingham, Massachusetts. I'm originally from Dublin, Ireland. Moved here in 1995. And I was fortunate enough to get my liver transplant on January 19th, 2017. I found out I was sick about 2 weeks after I got married in late 2003, but I didn't realize that I needed a liver transplant until about 3 weeks before I got it. I got taken very ill late 2016, went into the hospital, and when I woke up, I was told that I needed a liver transplant. So I went in on December 22nd of 2016. I woke up December 27th, and then I realized that I needed a liver transplant then. And it was between the 27th and January 19 of 2017 that I had to wait for my organ. We knew that I would eventually need a liver transplant at some point, and funnily enough, we did begin that process of going on the transplant list. But 2 weeks later, that situation happened on December 22nd, and some of that is a little bit foggy because I was obviously out for 4 or 5 days, and then woke up being told that I needed the transplant. So 2 weeks after we got married, I found out I had liver disease. It took several years to figure out exactly what that issue was. There was talks of different types of liver disease, but it turned out I ended up having autoimmune hepatitis, chronic autoimmune hepatitis, primary sclerosing cholangitis as well. Like I said, Dr. Kaplan, who unfortunately has passed on now, introduced me to Dr. Viveris. And when it came time that my numbers were kind of getting closer to being put on the list, she recommended that I come see Dr. Bonder at the BI. And once I met him, I knew that he was the guy that I wanted to kind of take care of me moving forward. So that's kind of how I ended up here. I woke up, wasn't fully aware of everything that was going on. You're in a hospital bed. I mean, my family was here from Ireland, or at least some of them anyway. Terrifying experience, not really knowing what that was going to look like, feel like, what it was going to be like afterwards, how long I'd have to wait. But I would say that the staff in the hospital were really very good, very calming, telling me that everything was going to be okay. And quite honestly, I think at that time I was a little bit relieved that it actually was time to do it, because I dealt with the issue for so long. It was always in the back of my mind that I would need a transplant at some point. So I think maybe a little bit of relief, but obviously when you know you have to go through a serious surgery like that, there's a chance that things don't work out the way you want it to. I think there were times where it looked like I wasn't going to make it. But again, the staff here were obviously superb, and the surgeons, Dr. Raven, Dr. Evenson, and Dr. Kawaja, worked their magic. And, here I am today because of people like them. So I was seriously underweight because I hadn't moved. I couldn't walk. And I do remember, again, the staff in the hospital, the nurses, everybody just being like unbelievable in helping me get back on my feet. Everything from, staff, physical therapists, so on and so forth, just being really, really good. The amount of energy that I have now compared to the 15 years while I was kind of waiting or while I was sick, I wasn't capable of a whole lot, to be quite honest, during that period. I used to be very active, soccer player, Division I college soccer player. For a brief moment, I played what I would say semi-professionally, and then that was all gone in the blink of an eye, basically. I would conserve energy for work. I would come home and crash. I would nap in the middle of the day if I could get a chance. Post-transplant, life is as good and as normal as anybody else. Full of energy. I like to go on hikes. I like to go out with my kids, play with them. We play soccer. It's a normal life. That's how I would describe it. I can do just about everything that I want to do. Yeah, so life is really good. It's the amount of energy that I have. That's been huge. It's the not having to worry about feeling sick, being sick. When is it going to happen? It's the interactions with family, friends. It's just very different. I'm in my 8th year now post-transplant, and I very rarely think about being sick. And again, part of that is due to the good care that I get here at the hospital with Dr. Bonder and his staff. So for most of the time, it was basically my wife and I. And to say that she was good during that time would be an understatement. She was unbelievable, great person, truly somebody that I could rely on, always there to help. Appointments, she would come to appointments with me, incredibly supportive, but we got through it. We're a pretty good team, and we found a way to get where we needed to go. Just don't give up hope. Keep fighting. It's worth it. The hard times are worth it. And hopefully, if and when that time comes for that particular person, they'll look back and think the same thing. I had 15 long years, and I didn't know when it was going to happen for me. Fortunately or unfortunately, it happened very quick. But I look back now and think those hard 15 years were worth what I'm experiencing now. But just don't give up hope. And it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. That's the other thing. Again, with the staff and the people that I've experienced in this hospital, you get well looked after here, and they're truly unbelievable, empathetic, and just genuinely good people. So just don't give up hope. Keep fighting the good fight. It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. I mean, where do I even start? So the surgeons, Dr. Evenson, Dr. Raven, and unfortunately Dr. Kawaja, who passed away several years ago. Unbelievable. They didn't give up on me. Dr. Bonder, who has been unbelievable with me. He's looked after me, guided me over the last 8 years. I can't say enough good things about him. Melissa Ball, who's one of the transplant nurses. A pit bull, but excellent. Very good person. But she'll get on you to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. And that's really what you need. So talk about the right person in the right job. She's very good at what she does. But there's been so many other people. All the nurses on FAR 10 who looked after me were incredible. And then everybody from pharmacists to nutritionists who helped me through this whole process. I can't say enough good things about them because I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for those people. So kudos to everybody who's helped me through this process. These doctors and nurses do an incredible job. These hospitals do an incredible job. I think that's I'm a pretty private person, but when I was asked to do this, I kind of wanted to do it to let people know that these people are really unbelievable at what they do, and they spend years kind of honing their craft, and they just do an unbelievable job. I mean, I wouldn't be here today without them. That's an absolute guarantee, My 3 wonderful kids just would have no father. And I think it's important to spread the word that the work that gets done in places like this is incredibly important, and it changes people's lives. So I think that's kind of the important message that I would like to get across for anybody who's kind of in my situation or is about to go through that situation. This is a good place to be if you need help.